Alright, last video, you guys remember that I had talked about Brown, one, surprising me with some tactical shrewdness that I didn't expect from a new player, but two, he had been very, very overeager about attacking blue, and that he'd been really persistent. And one of the things that I didn't express all that clearly is just how persistent Brown was. I'm talking like dozens of messages. And every single time I logged in, "Hi Road, have you thought about this? Hi Road, what are you doing there? Hi Road, uh, can you, I don't know, do X, Y, or Z?" And these, this was every single time I logged in. And now that we were proper neighbors, whereas before we had been kind of removed from each other, he really seemed to step it up. He would talk about the most random things, like asking me, "Hey, where is that sub of 60 drillers going? Hey, what's going on with the sub of 94 drillers? Hey, have you thought about attacking Riot? Hey, have you thought about attacking P Money?" It's just like he kept on asking questions. And more than that, he would tell me what to do. And that started to grate on me, but I was like, it's not worth starting a war over. Like, I did kind of want to attack him at this point, but I was just like, it's not worth it, and it's more trouble than it's worth. So I let it be. I would kind of give him half answers, but I started looking for allies elsewhere. And so I reopened communications with Purple, who I'd kind of dropped off the map with because life had been really busy in, it's finals week for college. And so it was like I didn't have time to talk to Purple because, Purple's not really my ally. We're not really doing any of the same things. We're on opposite sides of the map. And Crisis took up all of my time when I was online, which maybe that's a brilliant play by his part. If it was intentional, man, this guy's smart. But I don't think it was. I think he's just annoying. Anyways, Purple was friendly as per usual, and I started talking to everyone as well, and I was gathering information about what is everyone's attitudes towards everyone else. And I talked to Beige, and Beige was like, I think I'm gonna attack P Money, and I'm on good terms with Red, and stuff like that is what I was looking for. And I found out that Light Blue, he was allied with Brown, but not too happy about it. Or I found out that uh, Red was supporting Brown very, very heavily. And it was at this point that I decided my best course of action is to attack Red, because if you can see, he's moving all of his drillers away from our border. All of them. And if I could attack him with a Blitzkrieg style one mega sub of death, I thought I could make really, really good progress. And so that was really my best option at that point because I'd been looking for someone to expand against. I had support from Purple and Green. Um, and so I decided that was the best path for me. It was around this time, I believe, that Beige messaged me asking me for funding. And I was like, well, he's about to attack my ally, who was green. And I kind of just didn't want to associate myself with aggressive players at this point because I had been playing kind of the aloof, uh, non-aggressor in the game, and so I didn't want to associate myself with that. And so I told him no in a kind of witty, joking kind of way. And I also told him I don't think he really need it because he had funding from another player. And he kind of, in a witty, joking way, responded with "aw," right, or something to that effect. And we just kind of left it at that. And I was like, okay, matter resolved. Kept on moving drillers towards Red. And I got to about this point when things started to get interesting. Because one thing that I forgot to mention was that Brown really, really wanted me to attack Teal, who was Riot, who, for some reason, Riot and I bump into each other everywhere, in every game. And I'd been allies with him in the past, and I was like, I like Riot. I get along well with Riot. We work well together. And I don't want to really get involved in a war when my border is that small. And so I told Brown, like, maybe I'm interested, maybe I'm not, but I just don't think I can profit from it. And Brown kind of left the matter there, but he still kept on asking me questions about what I was doing. Um, and in the end, I believe he did end up attacking, but I forget with who. He had some other support. I believe that other support was purple, now that I think about it. But he did end up attacking teal. And so at this point, I was moving everything just kind of towards red. And things were lurking in the deep that I had not noticed. We'll get to that later.